What is going on, guys? Ninja TK here, and I was sitting around thinking the other day, what kind of information would I want if I were starting a new YouTube channel? Like, what would I need? How would I get started? What do I need to do in order to make my channel successful? Well, about 2.5 years ago is when I started YouTube, but in all honesty, only about the last 6 months or so have I really started to get the big picture, and it's been in that last 6 months is when my channel has really started to grow on a consistent basis, and I've had more traffic driven to my channel. Well, there are a lot of different things that you can do to try to help yourself have a successful YouTube channel. So here today, I want to try to pass along some of the information that I wish I had when I got started, and hopefully you guys will find this information useful if you're looking to get started now or you're just looking for ways to improve your channel. So the very first thing, which may sound kind of obvious, but you've got to get a capture device. You've got to get something to capture your gameplay with, especially with Ghost being brand new and not having a theater mode. You would be shocked at how many people I see in YouTube comments saying, oh, I can do this, this, and this, but I don't have a capture card. First off, you've got to have a way to record your gameplay. If you don't have a way to record your gameplay, you never can get started. Now, personally, I recommend the Elgato. It is the best in the business from my experience. Now, it is a little bit more expensive at about $175, but just the capabilities of the Elgato is just, to me, hands over better than anything else out there. But if you're just getting started and you're looking for a way to record your gameplay, there are certainly other cheaper methods out there that'll still provide HD content for you. Next, I definitely recommend getting very familiar with the editing software programs such as Photoshop, which allow you to create thumbnails and produce various images that you may want to use for your channel. Also Sony Vegas or Adobe After Effects, either or. People say Adobe is better. I haven't had a hands-on experience with Adobe, but either one, I would definitely get very familiar with them. Now, these programs can be quite expensive, but there are ways to get them for free. I'm not going to really get into that for sake of not getting anybody in trouble, but if you look around, you may be able to find a way to access all of those programs for free. But I would practice using those programs to edit videos before you even make them public. Like, if you've got the idea if you want to start a channel or you're looking at ways to improve your channel, just practice making videos. Practice getting familiar with the software, with your editing montages, commentaries, that sort of thing, and get really comfortable with the capabilities of the software and just learning the ins and outs of it to help produce the most smooth-flowing, nicest videos possible. Before you even consider making these videos public as well, listen to your videos. If you're doing a commentary, make sure you listen to it yourself. Listen for the way that you're speaking, whether your volume's right, if you're talking too high or too low, if there's any echo, any type of pitch changes. Just look for the sound quality of your video as well as the fluency of your speech in the video. In addition to that, have a plan when you make a video, especially with commentaries. Be prepared and make notes. This is a perfect commentary that I'm doing now for that type of example, because if you're not making notes on the type of commentary that you're doing, you could easily forget some information. It could be very important information in the video, and you certainly don't want to frustrate yourself recording a 5 or 6 minute commentary and having to do it all over again because you left out some important piece of information in the commentary itself. Now, that may not be so much of an important factor if you're talking like a life story or life experiences or that sort of thing, because a lot of that's going to be off the top of your head. But if you're trying to produce an informational video such as this one, or something that contains facts about a game or just facts in general, you may want to make notes just so it makes it a little easier for you to make sure you hit all your high points. Now, one of the most important keys to YouTube that I didn't understand for the longest time, and I know a lot of people still don't understand it, is networking. YouTube is all about networking. Collaborating with other people, sending your videos out everywhere that you can to try to get exposure, working with other YouTubers in any way possible. You're not going to be able to blow your channel up by yourself unless you just got some creative, original, top-of-the-line idea, and even then, how's your channel going to grow if nobody sees your content? So you've got to try to find ways to work with other people on YouTube. Twitter is a great way to get out there and get in touch with other people. But you gotta utilize every opportunity that you can to share your videos with others. Don't get discouraged if your channel grows slowly or doesn't blow up, because in all honesty, I know a lot of people try to join YouTube with dollar signs in their eyes. They see all these successful, large subscriber-based channels who are just pumping money left and right and making all kinds of money doing YouTube. But in all honesty, that's probably about half of 1%. It's like the top of the top. Look at it in basketball sense, or maybe the NFL or any of the professional sports. You've got tens of thousands, if not millions of kids that are playing sports, but only about 1% of them reach what you would call the professional leagues. And that's what way that YouTube is. You have professional YouTubers who are, you know, considered the best of the best, the top channels. They've been doing it a really long time, or they just have really, really original content. And you can't compare yourself to those guys, and you can't expect to necessarily blow up to that level. If you do, then amazing, awesome work, and I'm sure you deserve it. But in the meantime, just don't get discouraged if you're not seeing the type of results and trying to compare them directly to some of the other YouTubers out there. To be successful, YouTube takes time and effort. It can also take money, but you don't necessarily need money to make yourself be a successful YouTuber. But if you want some of the best equipment, you may have to spend a little bit extra money from that standpoint. But mostly YouTube takes, again, time and effort. You're going to be spending a lot of time into producing your content, whether it's getting gameplays, recording commentaries, editing videos, getting your videos out there, whatever the case may be, and effort. You can't just produce videos and expect people to come to them automatically. You got to produce that effort in order to get traffic driven to your channel. And last, but certainly not least, have fun. If you're not enjoying YouTube and you're just chasing money, like I was talking about earlier, I think a lot of people probably start YouTube with the dollar signs in their eyes, and that's definitely not the right way to go about it. But the chances are it's not going to work for you if you're not having fun. So make sure that you're enjoying the content that you put out, and just think, if you're not enjoying listening to the video, or you're not enjoying the way the video is flowing, chances are there's a lot of people out there who may not enjoy it as well. So just make sure that you're enjoying yourself when you're making your videos, because it'll definitely come through in your voice and the energy that you produce inside the commentaries themselves. I know a lot of people aren't necessarily comfortable with public speaking. That is something that'll take time, and a lot of people have a hard time getting used to speaking to themselves, you know, sitting in a room by themselves and just talking aloud. So those are other things that just take practice. But again, certainly just take a lot of practice, try to get familiar with everything, with the way that YouTube works, and make sure that you are having fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary today. I hope you found the information useful. Again, I wanted to put this out there because I know that I wish I had this type of information available to me whenever I first started YouTube, so I wanted to just pass it along to you guys. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hit me up if there's anything else that you would like to see or hear about. Thanks guys. Peace.